Hello and welcome back to the ConneXion podcast, a place where we find and discuss ideas that help us to elevate the lives that we are creating for ourselves. And today's topic is going to be focusing on finding alignment in chaos. So as you have realized, the world we are in, either on a global scale or sometimes, at a personal level, there is chaos, and chaos can come from so many sources. And I do believe that we cannot necessarily escape chaos in our lives. So chaos sometimes, finds us without even us searching for it. That is very important for us who are in this on this elevation journey to find time to say, what is chaos? Where do we find chaos, or how does chaos find us, and how do we try as much as we can to step aside of that chaotic moment that is coming as a storm. And the first step is to say, am I living an intentionally peaceful or peace-filled life? Am I creating a lifestyle that is offering me peace and offering my surrounding peace? And then if you are, it definitely should come from a place where you are staying grounded, where you are centered, where you are true to yourself and to your goals, and where external circumstances become less overwhelming just because you have been able to build an inner system that is allowing you to manage any situation that comes your way, that seems so unpredictable, and that is meant to throw you off balance. So one of the ways to finding alignment in chaos is to create daily or regular rituals of centering ourselves. To say, am I calm most of the time, and does my calmness come from a place of intentionality? Like, do I nurture peace? Do I nurture effective communication? Do I write down, my thoughts so that I can be able to identify which ones are negative, which ones are positive, which ones are supporting the life that I am building? Do I regularly affirm that I am centered, that I am calm, and that I am aligned? And do I know my priorities so that when any chaotic environment or situation that comes my way and that is not meeting my immediate priorities, I can walk away from it? So all of those are components that one puts in a place to be able to remain aligned, so that it can help you manage better chaotic moments that happen. And then the second step becomes to focus on what you can control. So sometimes drama finds us, and chaos find us, and sometimes there are things we have under our control, there are other things we do not. Then the invitation here becomes to say, what is it that I have under control that I can focus on, versus being overtaken by the storm of what it is that I don't have under control, and start building or retrieving even yourself in those calm moments that you can control. It can be removing yourself from a situation. Let's say someone brings a drama moment to you, say, how do I remove myself from the conversation if I don't feel like I can contribute to it, or don't have control over it? And if it's a channel that you've been watching that is now, channeling much more chaotic content, can I stop watching that because it's feeding your mind with information that are not supporting the type of harmony and harmonized lifestyle that you are building for yourself? And also how do you become grounded and grateful for the moments of peace that you have in your normal life? And say for instance, I'm gonna find moments that I am grateful for, things that are working. It can be your health. Maybe you have a support system that is rooting for you, or your ability to adapt to situations, so that when chaos comes, you say, it can come, but I do have in place other systems that help me to remain grounded. So that when difficult situations or difficult times occur, I can at least have something to celebrate. And even if you're not certain when that situation is going to end, at least you can cling a bit on those components. And then lean into your core values. Can you let your core values lead how you interact with chaotic moments? If one of your values is peace and harmony, can you say, I'm choosing peace and harmony in this particular situation just because I know it's what I need to get out of this particular situation with a minimum level of effect? And if it's a big challenge that you have really to be the one sorting out, can you break it down into smaller steps? Say, this is a bigger challenge that just I felt on my shoulder. Maybe it's a situation at work, maybe it's at home. Can you say, okay, these are the small steps that I can put in place to be able to handle this, to be able to adapt, to be able to communicate with people around me, so that, it does not necessarily feel like it's such a big burden that is going to take over, but say, I have the abilities that is required for me to handle this chaotic situation, and then seek those moments of stillness rooted into knowing that you are a solution provider, and that you have a support system around you, and that you can handle whatever it is that comes your way, either yourself or with the people who love and support you. And then continue retreating yourself a little bit in that moment of stillness. Say, okay, what offers me stillness? Is it a walk in nature? Is it a prayer? Is it a song? Is it music? Is it talking to a place? Is it a sip of tea? What it is that offers you that element of stillness. And then you become much more open to being adaptable, to being flexible, to find solutions. But really, reminding yourself that this is an opportunity for you to practice resilience and creativity when you are designing the solution for that chaotic moment that comes your way. Then you adjust wherever is needed, but you do not lose also, I would say, sight to the bigger picture. If it's a situation at the office, make sure that the general office goals are not altered just because there's that particular big challenge that came your way, and always build a support network. People who have maybe similar challenges, who go through similar challenges, and can help you brainstorm around solutions. Not necessarily people who will just listen to you and comfort you. Those are also needed, but also there's value in finding people who can help you find the right solutions as quick as possible before that chaotic moment even escalates to a level that you can't, I would say, manage. And then the invitation becomes, find ways of not using that situation against you, especially when you are not capable of managing it as effectively as you would like. Say, okay, these are the strategies that I'm putting in place. They can work easily and effectively, or they can delay to lead you to the right solution. If that happens, again, that element of self-critique, are you holding space for yourself in chaos? Are you attending yourself? Are you responding to your feelings? Are you taking care of your feelings? Are you taking care of your mind? Are you seeking therapy if it's what is needed? Make sure that, chaos, when it comes to you, does not just throw you off balance. And for that to happen, you have to have nurtured that system way, way ahead of time to ensure that, every storm that comes your way is managed by a system that you've already put in place. And I know it's easier said than done, but the goal is to say, how do I remain in harmony for the long run, knowing that I'm going to always be shaken by life situations, but I'm putting in place a support system, I'm putting in place the mental health system that allow me to handle life difficulties in a way that allows me to remain grounded and still. So it was really an invitation to know that problems are going to be around us, challenging situations are going to be here. Make sure that you are handling them in a way that honors the noble character that you're building for yourself. So that was the invitation. Thank you very much for your attention. And until next time, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.